All right, how's everybody doing out there today? We're about to go ahead on and get our show started, so we're gonna open it up with a nice number to get the spirit all in and through this place. All right, so here we go. I say glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my burdens down, I say glory, glory. Hallelujah, since I laid my burdens down, I said I am going to be with Jesus. Since I laid my burdens down, I said I am going to be with Jesus. Since I laid my burdens down. You see, I got a new walk and I got a new talk. Since I laid my burdens down, I said I got a new walk and I got a new talk. Since I laid my burdens down. All right. Let's get down with the show. Let's get ready and get started and get in this. I'm excited today. Excuse me. Got an awesome show scheduled today. All right. And that's a wonderful song. That's one of my favorites, you know. That song says, I got a new walk and I got a new talk, right? And I just want to touch on that a little bit before I get into my show. Yeah, I do have a new walk and I do have a new talk. My old walk would have been one coming to do you something bad. And I do have a new talk. My new talk is, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you candidly and frankly how I feel. Whereas if before my words had actions. Do understand that, you know, his journey with everybody is different, okay? You have children doing all type of things. Don't ever get it twisted and think that, you know, you just understand the total thing that my creator has going on. Because you don't. You just know what he got going on with you. So now let's get into it here, okay? What we're going to be talking about today, the show is we're going to be talking about who's the happier parent, you know, and to give you a little insight on what we're talking about. First of all, I want to let everybody know that a family is a father, a wife, a man and a woman, and the offspring that they bring, okay? That is a family. All right. So we are having our community conversation because we have to expose the bully. And who is the bully? The bully is child support. And how is child support a bully? Child support is a bully because child support is trying to perpetuate a family structure that is against the creator's wishes. They have developed a program to destroy America, all right, by quietly replacing the father. Now, behind the scenes, they are fighting like a bunch of crazed dogs to make sure that they can control the image that the independent woman, but it's a facade. All right. These women are receiving all type of help from the government so that they could replace the father. And the government's motive in doing this for the ladies is they're looking to get free labor. They're looking to get the broken people that broken family structure is going to create. Okay. Then what they like to do is they like to take the few that do make it, like the ones that make it to the NFL, and they want to highlight them. And the ones that make it into anything big, they want to highlight them. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to always give the appearance as they're really broken, but one or two of them are okay. All right? And so you can't team with white supremacy, sisters, and deal with child support, deal with the Section 8, the food stamps, the welfare, anything that will say the father cannot be present. But the most important thing, ladies, is you're going to have to accept a real serious truth, which is those children are not yours. All right. The children belong to the fathers. They belong to us. I am the tree of life. You are looking at it. Men are the tree of life. Okay? We breathe life into you. All right? And we, and so we're going to need you to come to a new mindset. Join forces with us and recognize he trying to run game. I'm a man. If I'm giving a lady money, it's only for one reason. I expect something in return. So what reason do the government have to not even know you, never seen you or your child before, but cutting you and your child food money, making a place for you and your child to stay? What man does that? A man who's expecting something back in return. And as many people as they house and as many people as they feeding, you know what they're expecting. They're expecting a good, strong labor force for their prison system, a good, strong labor force for their low-wage jobs, to continue to perpetuate broken communities and try to act like they don't know what the answer is when they resoundingly work to remove the father, and they do a hell of a job to make sure that the father stays going. I have done countless shows where I've read studies to you where it says that it is so crucial for the father to even be around the mother while she's pregnant, while the baby is in her belly, so that the baby can feel the acceptance while it's in the mother's stomach. The attorney general, the governor, child support, the local, state, federal government, they all know this. Your minister at your church, he knows this. All of these people are in cahoots because the minister is benefiting, because he got all of these people that's being fed this doctrine of just keep on struggling, but when you get to heaven, and that's not what the Creator wants for us. But these are men plans. And so, ladies, I need y'all to join forces with the men and say, you know what? We're going to do this. All right. The government has been tenacious at making sure that we cannot come together as a family and start to experience generational wealth in this country and start to have safe communities and control our own image. And we're saying at this point that, you know what, we've done it. We've let you intervene in all of the matters, but from here on, no more. All right? Let's give the children to the fathers. See, because when we start this practice, what will happen is those children will only have children in wedlock. So we'll have our first generation of children growing up with the pride and the discipline that it takes, that a father would instill in the children. But not just that. We'll have our first generation of young men to start to accept the responsibility behind intercourse. We'll have a brighter society because our young men won't be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, not knowing what to do, because they will have responsibilities, one that require you to step up to the plate. And, there's going to be a lot of clowns out there that are going to go out and decide they want to sell drugs and they want to try to do bad things and take shortcuts, because all fathers are not going to be good parents, just like all mothers are not good parents. All right. And the only thing we can do is accept that this is not an end all be all. This is not a 100% fix, but this is doing something different than what we are doing and allowing ourselves a chance at having a more civil society, at having whole communities structured where the young people have value for one another, because when they're outside, they know that they're carrying a family name and it means something. This is what the Attorney General, child support, the governor, the local, state, and federal government, the minister at your church, none of these people want this. The minister at your church knows that marriage is ordained by the Creator. He knows that the father is the head of the house, and he knows that the house that he's talking about is the man and the woman and the seed that they bring, because they could be living in the woods in the dugout cave. All right. The father is still the head of the house with no electricity, no running water, no none of that. The father is still the head. All right. So when child support and the government has set up a system where the woman is the head of the house and they are subsidizing her so that they can make this a reality to go against the creator, as Christians, we have to say no more of this. No more of this. You slick. You're playing on our personal needs. And you have to choose and say, you know what? I choose to follow the rules of the creator. And I'm not going to let you, because I'm weak, I'm not going to let you make me turn my back on the Lord and his rules and destroy my family so you can give me food stamps, so you can give me child support, so you can give me welfare, so you can give me Section 8 and the project and all of the other amenities that you're willing to give me, the free phone and the things that you're willing to do to make sure that the family is the type of family you want, so you can get the kind of expectations you want for your systems. All right. And then what's so cold is they hand you this money in the form of food stamps. You go and spend this money with the foreigners and it instantly turns into green money. But it can't be green money for you. It can only be green money for everybody else. Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. When those people leave those corner stores and they go make their deposits from where those people slid their food stamp cards, that money does not go to the bank as food stamps. That money goes to the bank as green money. Now, it wasn't printed before, but now it done hit the system and it's got to come back as money. So then, where it wasn't enough dollars, they got to print more. You walking with me? Look, we have to understand that in order for us to exist as Black Americans in America, we're going to have to stick to the Creator's plan for us. All right? If we don't stick to the Creator's plan for us, then they're going to erase us in this country. They won't fire a shot. They won't have to fire a shot. All they'll do is erase the family. They'll have all the boys gay. They'll have all the girls wanting to be boys. Y'all know I'm not telling tales. You know I'm not telling tales. I like to take this time to shout out to Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate, Just Pearly, Crimson Cure, everybody in the Manosphere, the late great Mr. Kevin Samuels. Okay, and let me keep on going with the program. Oh, my Cash App is $Gil Muse. Please, I appreciate it if you want to send me a little something to support me while I'm waiting to get monetized by YouTube. All contributions are appreciated gratefully. So today, our conversation is going to be on a simple subject here. And it is just, fathers are happier parents than mothers. Okay? So, without further ado, let's get right into the meat. It says, a UC Riverside study shows fathers experience more well-being from parenthood than mothers. Research ascribed the difference to relative gender roles. A study of 18,000 people shows that fathers experience more well-being from parenthood than mothers. Past studies have considered whether people with children have greater well-being than people without children. They do. But few have considered the relative happiness of fathers and mothers. The UCR psychologists and their colleagues analyzed these three separate studies totaling more than 18,000 people to determine whether fathers or mothers experience greater happiness from their parenting roles. Across three studies, researchers looked at measures of well-being that included happiness, well-being, depressive symptoms, psychological satisfaction, and stress. The first two studies compared well-being of parents with that of people who don't have children. Across all outcomes, Measured in the first studies, fatherhood was more frequently linked with greater well-being than motherhood. Relative to peers without children, fathers reported greater satisfaction with their lives and feelings of connectedness to others, and they reported greater positive emotions and fewer daily hassles than mothers. They also reported fewer depressive symptoms than men without children, whereas mothers reported more depressive symptoms than women who don't have children. The reason why the father is getting more enjoyment, more fulfillment, more rich enrichment out of raising his children and participating in the family order is because we were designed to get pleasure from being able to provide, protect, and grow our family. That is the natural order of things. The lady was not designed to provide, protect, and grow the family. Okay? She was not designed to be the head. So when you take a screwdriver and you start using it like it's a chisel, and you hitting it with that hammer, it's not long before that screwdriver is broken. Okay? That's why you see these young ladies in New Orleans mad, cussing these young girls, calling them the B word, calling them the W, telling them come here, calling these children that telling 5-year-old boys to grow up, stop acting like a baby. You know what I'm saying? Stop that crying. A 5-year-old is a baby. And a male is still a human being. And that is still a baby. You know, but when you're misusing the tool, the stress that's being put on the tool is going to make the tool act out. You know, the mother is not put here to be the major breadwinner. She's put here to be your helpmate. So when you go get the major bread, you know what I'm saying, you come back and bring things in so that she can take care of the home. So that she can take care of the little people, you know, and keep things going like it's supposed to. Now let's keep going. The third study considered parenthood and well-being while engaged in childcare or interacting with children, compared to other daily activities. Gender significantly impacted the association between childcare and happiness. Men were happier while caring for their children, while women were less happy. I just finished saying that. In terms of daily interactions, generally, both men and women are happier interacting with their children relative to other daily interactions, but men reported greater happiness from the interactions than women. One possible explanation for this finding is that, relative to mothers, fathers were more likely to indicate that they were playing with their children while they were caring for them or interacting with them. Fathers may fare better than mothers in part due to how they spend their time with children, said study author Catherine Nelson Coffey, who worked in UCR psychologist Sonia Lembrowski's lab as a graduate student and is now an assistant professor at psychology at Swanee, the University of the South. Lembrowski said, the study carries a suggestion. Perhaps all parents will benefit from finding more opportunity for play with their children. Your mama can never box with you like your daddy. And the female that will box with you like your daddy, she want a woman. Your mama not going to play tackle football with you like your daddy. Your mama not going to wrestle with you like your daddy. None of that good shit. Okay? So I understand that they want to try to make both parents inclusive, but it's just like some shit daddies are just better at. Okay? And play, it happens to be one of the things that we are better at. Okay? So let's finish off. The research paper, Parenthood is associated with greater well-being for fathers than mothers. was recently published in the journal Personality and Sociology and Social Psychology Bulletin. In addition to Lembrowski and Nelson Coffey, authors include Christian Laos, and former UCR graduate student and currently an assistant professor of psychology at Carolina State University, Matthew Killingsworth, a senior fellow with Wharton People Analytics, and Steve Cole, a professor of medicine and psychiatry at UCLA. So if you sit here and you argue with me about the show that I just had with you today, then you see that each time I come to you with hard-hitting facts from studies that have already been done. And these people are broadly putting it out there because they want the truth. They don't want you to be able to hide behind you didn't know the truth. And this study was done January 30, 2019. And it's on news.ucr.edu. And the author is J.D. Warren. Okay? So it's not like child support don't know they're doing the wrong thing. It's not like the attorney general don't know they're doing the wrong thing. It's not like the Department of Education don't know that the wrong thing is being done. It's not like the minister at your church don't know the wrong thing is being done. Listen, marriage is under direct frontal assault. Okay? They're trying to destroy what gender is. They're trying to destroy what marriage is. It's not going to be long before 3 men marry each other. And they're going to say they're in love. It's not going to be long before 4 or 5 women all get in a group and marry each other and say only them understand each other. We have to recognize that they have opened Pandora's box. We are here. This ain't time for when we get over, stop busting the note. Okay? It ain't time for no more singing. Get ready because it might be some swinging. Okay? The institution of marriage is under assault. All right? The gender is under assault. Whether you're a boy or a girl, a woman or a man, it's under assault. Okay? Fatherhood has taken such a beating that it is almost erased. We have to stand up and say we are set aside. We want our institution of traditional marriage put back in the holy house of the Lord. When it's a man and a woman and they want a traditional marriage, it can only be done where they worship. You understand? Any counseling, anything like that has to be done through the church. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. My father has children doing everything. So don't try to act like stuff is off limits to him. He is all power, all power, all power. That means everything. Nothing is off limits. You try to play like he don't have killers, you're crazy. He got killers. You try to play like he don't have teachers, you're crazy. He got teachers. You think he don't have you? He got everything. Everything. So now look, this has been a great show. My cash app is $Gil Muse. I've been blessed. I tuned it down, trimlined it down today. Didn't go so long. And listen, thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me because everybody's time is precious. This has been Papa G saying, I love you and I love everybody. Peace.